Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Technical Critic, and it's time for my review of The Visit. M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit. I wanted to like this movie so bad. And here's the thing, I did like this movie right up until the final scene. The last frame of this movie is where I finally lost it. And I said, nope, nope. Right up until then, I was okay with it. As soon as that final scene happened, absolutely not. Now, I have some interesting facts for you that I read in a movie magazine I was reading while I waited for the film to start. I got to the cinema at about 8 o'clock after I finished my work. Actually, more like 8:15, because the cinema is about, I'd say it's about 5 minutes away from where I work. And I didn't want to go all the way home and then wait 2 hours and come back. But I figured, you know what, I'll go, because that's wasteful, right? You don't want to waste gas or anything. So I said, okay, I'll go there, I'll wait it out, and then I'll head up and see the film. So I'm there, and I'm reading this magazine, and it said, M. Night Shyamalan got the idea for this film. First off, I have to premise this. It also said that M. Night Shyamalan made this film for $5 million, and it feels like it was made for $5 million. On top of that, he said that he got the idea for this film when he was waking up after having an anesthetic at the dentist. And I have to say, when you watch this movie, you can tell it was definitely made by somebody coming out of a coma. And Shyamalan did not write this film. I'm going to say that straight up. Right now, Shyamalan did not write this film. Because everything in it comes from something else. Shyamalan might have taken pieces here and there, but he took everything from other stuff. I mean, look. The twist in this film, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but A Perfect Getaway. Where is it? Where is it? I have a whole list. The twist in this film comes from A Perfect Getaway, Sleepaway Camp, a movie you've never heard of called Angel Heart. What's the other one? What's the other one? High Anxiety had the twist. Spellbound from 1945 had this twist, and you know what? The twist in this film, it's done well. Right? I'm going to say that the twist is done extremely well, and you don't see it coming. But the twist in this film is so old. It's been done at least once in literally every television show you've ever seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen this twist in an episode of American Dad. As soon as I got home, I went and I tweeted it out. So The Visit's a movie, which is a straight up ripoff, and I swear to you I've seen this film and I will find it before this night's end. Well, I may not have seen this film exactly, but you know what? I have seen this twist used so many times before. And this movie is built. It's very much built as a horror movie. If you watch the trailers, you've got the scary music, you've got all of the scenes, right, with everything spooky happening. That's not what this movie is. There are exactly 5 jump scares in this film. Two of them you already know. 3 of them you don't see coming. And that's it. The other 90% of this film is a comedy. It is a straight up comedy. Myself and the other 30 couples in this, when I went into the cinema, it was completely deserted. I actually took a picture of myself, just my popcorn and my drink, sitting there up at the top. And then about 30 other couples walked in, and I'm like, okay, I guess I have an audience to watch this film with. So I didn't have the cinema to myself. But, to be quite honest, every time, I swear to you, almost every scene of this movie There was something to laugh at. And on top of that, this movie has everything that Shyamalan usually puts in one of his films. The camera square and center on the character's face. The character looking straight into like this. This is what's happening. This is how the story is being told you. As being told you with a heavy series of exposition. I know everything about these characters' backstories. About how their dad left them. Oh my god. Alright. Spoiler alert, so just in case you do want to see this movie, don't see it. I tell you, do not see this movie. It was made for $5 million. I contributed $25 to it. If we assume that there were the same number of people in every cinema tonight, and this movie review goes out tonight, then that means it's made $300,000, which is $300,000 more than it should have made. I'm sorry to say I'm a part of that. I really and truly am. But please don't watch this film. It does not deserve it. Oh my. I knew it was going to be bad when I saw that it was from the producer of Paranormal Activity, because only someone that stupid could first of all get a pitch like this from M. Night Shyamalan as a horror film, and then pony up the money, or at least some of the money, because he's the producer. I don't think he had a writing credit on this, but then go through whatever steps were necessary to get Shyamalan whatever he needed as a producer, for him to then make an hour-and-a-half comedy. I shit you not, this movie is an hour and a half long. It feels 2 hours and change. The last 20 minutes of this film are a horror film. The rest of it is comedy. And even when the horror is happening, it's not scary. It's not intense. It's just every standard thing happening that you expect to happen in a horror film in that last 20 minutes. And the characters themselves, are not well written. You've got the two kids who are a little girl who feels like she didn't even swallow a dictionary. She feels like she swallowed a dictionary and a filmmaker's textbook. The textbook I have from my filmmaking courses does not contain as many filmographic words as she dropped in the first, I want to say 45 minutes. In the first half of this film, I heard mise en scène, I heard all kinds of stuff for shots, I heard so much stuff about focal point and lens distribution. Oh my god. When she's talking, you literally want to shoot yourself. And her brother is totally opposite. He is a rapper. He is a white rapper with massive germophobia, which does come into play later in the film, and it's used very well, I will say that. But it is just as grating on the nerves the way that these two children are acting. It's not good for a film like this. It simply isn't. And here's the thing, I went in with low expectations, because this is a Shyamalan film, and I said, you know what, if I go in with low expectations, I'll come out loving it. I went with low expectations, and I came out wanting to shoot everyone in that movie theater who bought a ticket, including myself. It's made in the middle of winter, so there's little... Actually, no. Let me rephrase it. It's made in the middle of winter, but it is colorful. The color of everybody's coats, that stands out in contrast to all of the white snow. And let's get to the spoiler. To the big spoiler, the big twist, as in every Shyamalan film. So if you don't want to know what the twist is, I suggest you click off now. But trust me, when you find out what this twist is, you're not gonna want to see this film. I promise. You're not going to want to see this film. The twist is the two grandparents that the children have been handed over to by their mother. And to be quite honest, the mother didn't initially want to send them, but the kids insist on going and seeing their grandparents. So it's really on them that this happened. The two grandparents that the kids are staying with are not the woman's parents, because there's a scene near the end where the mother's like, "Oh, where are your grandparents?" And they're like, "Oh, they're up by the chicken coop." They lift up the laptop that they're Skyping on, which, by the way, I don't know what version of Skype they're using, but that is not any of the sounds I've ever heard my Skype make when I'm Skyping with you guys. So they lift it up and they hold it out the window, and the mom goes, "Quick, put it down." They're like, What is it?" "Guys, I have something to tell you. Those are not your grandparents." Da da da. It turns out that the two people they're staying with are actually, wait for it. Wait. Before I say it, pause this video. Type what you think the identity of the grandparents is down in the comments section below, and then see if you're right. Okay? Ready? Did you do it? Okay. The twist is the grandparents are two escaped mental patients who killed the grandparents, stuffed their bodies in the basement, and then pretended to be them for an entire week. That has never been used before, ever, by anyone. Here's the thing with Shyamalan twists. Shyamalan twists are usually things you never see coming and are in themselves wholly unique. For example, The Sixth Sense. It turns out that the ghosts that are haunting the place, that Bruce Willis is actually the ghost. Right? Unbreakable. It turns out the bad guy is actually well, that's not that much of a twist. But the bad guy is actually Samuel L. Jackson, the one who is trying to train him up so that he can do all of his evil bidding. I mean, hell, even The Happening, the fact that it was flowers that were causing the wind to become deadly, that's not a bad twist. And considering Colony collapses or happened like 6 years later, it's, you know what, it's still a good twist. I like that. Hell, the village was bizarre, but you didn't see it coming. I mean, that was interesting. I mean, okay, the aliens being allergic to water and signs, that's sort of dumb. And the devil in Devil being the old woman in Devil. Okay, that's not that great of a twist, but still, it's unique. A more unique one would have been if it was the crazy security guard, if he was the devil. But oh well, we live and learn. Avatar Airbender, the twist was nobody in that movie could act. No. The twist was Bill. The twist was Bill Connolly's battle cry. Ooh. That was the twist, because that was a great battle cry. I'm sorry. After Earth, the twist was Jaden Smith can't act, and apparently neither can Will Smith whenever he's in a movie with Jaden Smith. Oh, Jesus. No. I can't support this movie. It's oh, and the final insult. The final insult to injury is the final ending scene, the one that made me throw up my hands and say, you know what, fuck it. Halfway through the movie, the little bratty boy who raps decides that he is going to start substituting the swear words. So if we take George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on TV, which I believe are shit, piss, cunt, tits, fuck, cocksucker, and There's one more. I can't remember what it is. Shit, piss, cocksucker, motherfucker. Wait, hang on. Shit, piss, fuck. I shouldn't be doing it. Shit, piss, fuck. Shit, piss, fuck. Cunt. Cocksucker. Tits. I think it's motherfucker and tits. I can't. Are those the set? I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah. So if we assume that those are the ones he's referring to, he says he's going to start referring. He says he's going to start using the names of female pop singers instead of swear words, because that'll be his thing and that'll be his it. So he says that. So he basically goes, "Shit, it's Shakira," but then he starts using it all over the place wherever he's swearing, and you have no idea what the word he's trying to use is. Like Shania Twain becomes one of them. Kelly Clarkson becomes one of them. I think Adele is referenced once, and it's so silly. And then the final scene is he's rapping. You've basically stolen the ending of Saving Christmas from last year. It's a music video. He's rapping the plot of the entire movie, and then at the end he goes, "Shania Twain, bitch," and that's the cut to black, and that is the straw that broke the camel's back. That is when I said, you know what? Nope, I can't. Oh, bitch. Bitch is obviously the seventh word that you can't say until. Shit, piss, cunt, fuck. Shit, piss, cunt, fuck, bitch. Mother, cocksucker, and tits. That makes a good set of 7. Yeah, that's the one. So there's no more to say. Don't watch this film. It's not 50 Shades of Grey bad. Oh, I'll say that. It's not unbearably bad. And it's actually a pretty good comedy. Here's what you have to do. Wait for this movie to come out on DVD. Get a bunch of friends, and then do what I was contemplating doing. You can buy alcohol at the Cineplex where I'm at because it's a VIP. And I said, you know what? I should just buy a bottle of Corvo, get shit-faced drunk, and watch this film. And I will laugh my ass off and scream my heart out. And that's what I should have done. That's what you should do. Get some friends, get them over, put this movie on, get roaring, take a shot whenever something really stupid happens. Get pissed drunk and laugh your ass off, because this movie is probably one of M. Night Shyamalan's best comedies. The only comedy I can think of that is better than this movie is The Happening. It's Shyamalan, I love you. I really do. I want you to succeed. But don't rip off worse movies than you. I can't. Honestly, tell me, if I tell you the twist. The twist is the grandparents are actually 2 murderers that murdered the grandparents that are posing at them. You've probably seen that somewhere before. I mean, hell, that made into an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. You can't tell me that this is the best you could come up with. It is such a below standard horror movie. I've been the technical critic, and this is the one that broke me. I'm monetizing my videos from now because I am owed $25.96.